What are we doing with Mr. Nelson? It looks like they're just getting his
Your
microphone.
Honor, Mr. Nelson is going to be pleading to 1 count of driving while license suspended and 1 count of no insurance. The other count of driving while license suspended is being dismissed, and the other count of no insurance is being dismissed. And Your Honor, he's also ready to explain himself on the violation of probation on the other matter.
Mr. Nelson, we're waiting for you to just unmute yourself. There we go. Good morning, sir. Tell me your full name.
Alonzo Jermaine Nelson.
All right. You heard everything your attorney just said, that you're going to be pleading guilty to 1 count of driving while license suspended, 1 count of no insurance.
Yes.
All right. Please raise your right hand. Now, with regard for the probation violation, I'm looking at my notes. It says court will consider credit for 45 days on probation violation. Did you want to say something further to me about the probation violation?
No, Anna, I was going through a difficult time, and I accept my responsibility for my wrongdoing, and it's just it's been hard for me, lately, but I'm trying to get my life back together and get it back on track. I'm steady, I'm steady working out, and I'm steady at the same place, same residence. And I've been at my job for a year and trying to get back out so I can continue with to keep the same job and the same residence.
And where are you working, sir?
Right off a week.
Okay.
I've been there for almost like 13, 15 months now. I just made my year mark in September.
How long have you been in custody?
It's been 15, 17, about 15, 16 days.
Okay. All right. So the probation violation, it's your 3rd violation. And so the court had already sentenced you to 45 days jail. This was the one where he didn't show. Yes. Yeah. I previously sentenced you to 45 days jail and you didn't show. And so then we're holding you on. I got it. So I'll and then picked up a new case. Got it. All right. So I'm going to follow that original. Sentence you to 45 days jail. We'll give you credit for the 15 days. And we'll waive fines and costs so that when you get out, you'll be done.
I'll be done what?
You'll be done with all of these cases. You owe some traffic tickets if you want to drive. You'll have to take care of that, but I'm waiving the fines and costs, ordering you to serve the jail time with the credit. Got it?
Your Honor, could I please be? I'd rather get out and pay the fines instead of doing this, because
Mr. Nelson, I had already made the decision on the probation violation because you tested positive for cocaine on 1, 2 occasions and then failed to test on 3 occasions from an impaired driving. I don't want to continue to keep you on probation. You're not successful. I want you to go ahead, be done with these cases, and then move on with your life like you just said.
Yeah, I never, used cocaine. That's why that was the whole point of, when I violated. I was like, I didn't know how it came up dirty because I never used it. I never touched it. That was the whole point. And I went and reported, and I did the tests. And I always reported to my probation. When I couldn't make it at the time, always went back and made up for them, the times that they said I violated. Always went back the day after when I couldn't make it that day. I went back and I always tested, and I never did test it for alcohol.
Okay, I ordered you to have, use no drugs, no alcohol or drugs. You violated my probation. This is the third violation, Mr. Nelson. It's just not working out. So we're just going to end the relationship. Why would I continue to keep you on probation? And your balance, you still owed $1,500 on the impaired driving case. And that was back from April 20th of 2021, still owed the money.
I know.
You have problems paying the fines and costs, and you have problems staying clean and sober. And so I'm going to keep you where you are so that you get clean and sober. I'll give you credit for the 15 days. I'll waive fines and costs. So when you come out, you'll be clean and sober and you won't owe any money and you will be with all of these cases. That's the decision of the court. Thank you, Mr. Nelson.
Yes, Judge.
As Mr. Rucker has joined us, refresh my memory again, he's going to be doing what?
Mr. Rucker will be pleading to 1 count of operating while impaired and 1 count of double parking.
Mr. Rucker, can you tell me your full name, please, sir? Mr. Rucker, can you unmute yourself and tell me your name?
Terrence Rucker.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. DeBello, this failure to display is being reduced to a double parking. And the refusal that's being dismissed?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Rucker, the driving while impaired is a misdemeanor, carries a maximum penalty, 90 days in jail and or $500 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Rucker, on April 2nd, 2021, were you operating a vehicle in the city of Inkster?
No.
Okay, in fact, you were sitting behind the wheel, slumped over the wheel while the vehicle was running. Is that correct?
No. I was laying back in my car while the vehicle was running.
Were you in the driver's seat?
Yes.
Okay. And the vehicle was running, is that correct?
Yes.
You were the only occupant of the vehicle, correct?
Pardon me?
You were the only person in the car?
Yes.
Okay. And when the officers approached you, they could smell the odor of intoxicants, and you had urinated on yourself. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And
But I wasn't driving.
officers gave you a number of field sobriety tests that you did not pass. Is that true?
Well, that's what they said. I don't know.
Okay. They gave you a preliminary breath test. You blew a 0.18 and a 0.19. Is that true?
Your Honor, we'll stipulate to those results.
Okay. Court is satisfied with that, and let's see. The failure to display is going to be a double parking. So you also accept responsibility for double parking in the city of Inkster on that same date, sir, is that correct?
Yes.
So, Mr. Rucker, pursuant
Yes.
to the law, before you get sentenced, you have to meet with my probation department and they will interview you. and craft a report for me to see prior to sentencing. So do you have something to write with, sir?
Yes.
All right, my probation officer is going to get on the line and get some information from you and give you some information.
You have to meet with me in person on December 20th at 12:15 p.m. December 20th at 12:15.
At the court.
Yes, sir.
Last time I did that, they said it wouldn't, you couldn't come in there.
How did we tell you to come up here if you can't get in? You can get in.
You can now,
I mean,
Mr.
I
Rucker.
don't know. That's what they told me last time, and I came up there and they
You can
said
come in.
you have to go. They told me I had to go through a Zoom.
Yes, we do probation appointments in person. This is a
Okay.
special invitation. Please be here on time.
Okay.
Thank you.
And what time?
12:15, Mr. Rucker, December 20th.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. J, who else is ready?
Your Honor, we're ready. Mr. Brown, who's currently in the Wayne County Jail.
All right. Hi, Mr. Brown, can you unmute yourself?
I'm unmuted.
Good morning, sir.
How you doing? How you doing?
Well, doing well. Okay, how are we proceeding with Mr. Brown?
All right, Your Honor. Mr. Brown is going to be pleading. The driving while license suspended is being reduced to a no ops. The improper plates is being dismissed. The unregistered vehicle is being reduced to a double parking. The no insurance is being reduced to a no proof of insurance. Open alcohol is being reduced to a double parking. The paraphernalia charge is being dismissed. And he's pleading as charged to the trespass and disorderly.
All right, now let's go to 2021. On November 11th, 2021. Were you trespassing at an address on Grandview in the city of Inkster?
Yeah, I was living there, but yeah, I guess I don't know how to answer that.
Did you have permission by the owner to live there?
I was staying there when I got out. I did.
Did
Did
you
I
have
put?
permission from the owner to stay in the home?
I had been living there. I went to jail and came home.
I understand, but did you have permission from the owner to stay there?
The owner, yeah, is that's who you want to call it, the renter.
Okay. The report says that you came in through the side door, passed out in the laundry room.
No. I was fully conscious when the police got there, and I hadn't been drinking. My aunt was drunk.
So Mrs. Ramsey said that.
That's my aunt.
That's your who?
My aunt. She was drunk.
Oh. So you're saying you have permission to stay there?
I had been. Go ahead,
Mr.
John.
Brown, Mr. Brown,
Yeah.
you had, prior to November 11th, you were incarcerated for a year. You're
Yeah.
saying you had permission prior to that year. Did you have permission once you were released to go back to that address?
Oh, when I'm sorry, I didn't think I needed it. All my stuff was there. That's what I'm trying to explain. My clothes were all there. Everything of mine was there.
Yes, but you did not have express permission that you could return. You assumed you could, but you didn't have express permission that you could return, correct?
I guess that'd be the correct way to say it. Yes, sir. That'd be the correct way to say it.
And then same date. Oh, you said you weren't drunk. Still your position on November 11th, 2021. You're charged with disorderly person for being drunk in public, but your testimony is you were not drunk. Is that right?
I was at the house. I don't understand how I was getting charged with disorderly person. I don't understand none of that. But I mean, I guess if I got to plead guilty to it, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm not railroading a guilty plea, Mr. Brown. I don't take pleas, guilty pleas from people who believe that they haven't done anything and that they're innocent.
Mr. Brown, isn't it true that on that day that you caused the scene enough for the police to have to come out to the address?
Yes, I did do that. I refused to go to the store for her. We got into an argument, which is true. And yes, she did call the police on me because I would not go back to the store for her. And yeah, the police did show up. So yeah, the scene was caused and the police did show up. Yes, sir.
Say prior to sentencing.
Your Honor, I'll just let you know that Mr. Brown was incarcerated between November 7th, soon after those original cases, Your Honor, from November 6th, 2020 to October 28th, 2021. He did serve a year, Your Honor. He did write to the court on a couple of occasions to get for a plea by mail so he could have his time run concurrent. I believe they were either denied or unanswered. Your Honor, he was rearrested on November 11th.
I work very hard to answer every plea by mail. Even if I deny it, I answer it. And we put in the file a copy of the original request. I'm looking through all of these files. I've never seen any plea request from Mr. Brown.
Ma'am, I have the plea request here with me now. You sent them back with 5 plea requests from the courthouse, which I have currently in my possession as we speak. Okay, well, and you did answer me back.
But I sent it back requesting additional documentation.
You asked for proof of incarceration. You surely did.
So I did answer you.
Yeah,
I worked very hard.
I sent like 2 or 3 plea by mail, so you should have a copy of at least one of them, I think.
Right. So, but we requested more information, so I couldn't make a decision unless I had.
Yeah, I just recently got them, to be honest with you, when I came back from the situation that happened on Grandview.
Okay, so
I just got them.
I didn't understand what Mr. Jadal was saying. He was incarcerated from November 7th of 2020.
Yes, ma'am.
And Your Honor, if you can tell, Your Honor, the first sets of cases, the traffic matters that he pled to occurred on November 6, 2020. That's when he was originally arrested, Your Honor. Your Honor, he never returned to court because he was incarcerated for a year from November 7th, 2020 to October 28, 2021. Your Honor, he was released on October 28th. He was rearrested November 11th on the disorderly and trespass, and he's been incarcerated since.
Got it. He has been in custody since November 11th of 2021.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, got it. All right. So with regard to sentencing, Mr. Brown, what's your plan for when you're released?
To go back to work and try to get my life back in order, ma'am. I lost 5 family members since being in here in that year, and it kind of threw me off. I wasn't going about, my plan was to go back to my aunt's house to live. And I ended up back there, and I stayed there from when I got out the 28th to the 11th. I wasn't planning on going back there because of the drinking. And I ended up back there. We got into an argument about that. And now I got a family. I got one of my little cousins. I'm moving in with her, and I'm going to work back to work at the factory that I was at before I left.
Is your cousin in Inkster?
No, ma'am. No, she's not. I'm getting out of Inkster. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say it like that. You know what I'm saying? I love Inkster. Born, raised in Inkster. But I'm going to Taylor. I love Inkster. Don't get me wrong. But too much. All
right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to waive the fines and costs and the fees on the double parking cases. On the, I'll waive the fee on the proof. Waive the fee. waive fees. 30 days jail time, credit for time served on the no operating permit on person, on the trespassing, on the disorderly. Did I get them all? And I think there was a suspended and an improper plea, right? So I'm giving you credit for time served on everything else.
All right, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. And if I see you again, I hope it's at a parade or something.
Yep, sounds good. Take care.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson.